Radio is on the air.
Golden Image.
Oh, I finally got a crap this game.
Rock on.
Oh! Wow. No.
Hello, Golden Image podcast listeners. It is I, Golden J, coming to you a little bit different than the old Golden Image podcast is used to. Normally, all three of us are in the studio together hanging out. But, you know, it is that time of year where everybody is just busy. So we are in all different locations. Coming to you from Studio S, it is the Skywalker.
Still not quite Studio S.
Not quite, but it's close. And also coming to you from Studio NP.
Double G.
The double. All right, Studio Double G. It is Chico Noise. Hell, that's three-time podcast host. And I should mention that the Skywalker is working on the two-time podcasting host. Yeah. You're so close. All we got to do is get a release date for the new podcast that's coming out called A Court of Books and Booze.
Recorded right here at Studio S.
Recorded right here, there. It's right there. It's not here. It's there. But yeah, it is that time of year where we're all kind of so busy, and so this works out really well to be able to do this. So, hello, gentlemen. How has your week been going?
Just great. All by myself. It's great.
I'm not really buying into that. Are you?
I pick up a hint of sarcasm.
It's lonely. It's like I'm texting. I had Darren come over to hang out tonight. Made dinner. We hung out, watched Bert Kreischer videos on YouTube all night. And last night I FaceTimed Sydney and Lucas for an hour and then did the podcast. Tomorrow night I got Chris coming over to record the Andor episode for the Call Guys. And then Sarah comes back Friday. Hopefully, if she makes her second flight, her layover is like instantaneous. So,
oh my,
see, she might be stuck in North Carolina.
I'm trying to get through Andor. I'm like episode 7 right now, so I'm gonna try to get through that before Monday's Call Guys episode. So at least I'll have an idea what the hell you guys are talking about.
Good show.
Little intense on episode 6, man. I was kind of on the edge of my seat for that one, but
oh yeah, Skyler hasn't watched any of it.
No, none of it. And you're the Star Wars guy. I have video you making a lightsaber back when you were still in like elementary school or some shit like that.
Yeah, listen. I'm too busy reading books. And I can't even get that done on the basis that I'm supposed to at this point. So
it was funny today. The IMs come through, and I get the one that says, "I'm not ready to record. I haven't even like finished the book yet, and let alone make a summary. You know, write up a summary of it." But
I'll tell you, Jess finished yesterday, so it would have been December 6th. She texts me and she's like, I am not okay. And then she finished because we're tandem reading the 2 books for this upcoming episode. And she finished the second one last night, and she just kept setting her phone down and covering her face.
Really?
Yeah. So there's a lot. It's a lot. But I'm only like 6 chapters in on one of the books.
You guys bit off a big chunk with this particular book area on these books. Since it is, what is it like? You read a chapter, you read 2 or 3 chapters of one, and then you jump over to another book and read the chapters. Are you trying to keep it all in sync with each other? Is that what it is?
Yeah. So in the previous books, the characters branch off, and so now the two books happen simultaneously, and everybody's like, you have to tandem read them because that's the best way to get through it. It's not. No,
It's not. It's not.
it's too much for my little brain to handle. So
Well,
yeah,
we're-
I haven't watched any of Andor or anything else in 6 weeks.
You're
you
missing
can still
out.
Listen to the call, guys. It's okay.
I'm behind on that.
You
Well,
you drive. You drive to work.
Yeah, I just a little podcasted out, so I've just been taking a little break from listening to podcast.
Never.
Well, you got called out in Monday's episode at
Did I?
the 30-minute mark. It was like, well, we're getting to the story. Skyler should be getting to work right now.
Joke's on you guys. I didn't hear it.
Yeah. Well, and you were in Lexington at that point too. So on Monday,
Yeah.
because that was my first thought. I just kind of laughed at my radio and went, "Ha! You don't even know he's not even going to work."
Yeah, I pulled into mom and dad's on what was that, Tuesday? I stopped in.
No, it was Monday.
Was it Monday? And your car was sitting there, and I was like, "Oh, Skyler's here." And I walk in, I'm like, "Skyler's not here." I forgot Dad had said the rental car.
I'm driving a big old 2020 Chevy Suburban down to Lexington.
You got spoiled in that bad boy too, didn't you?
Oh man, if I had an extra 80 grand laying around, I'd have one in my driveway right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All I know is that he left like 10 minutes after I did Sunday when we picked it up, and he pulled in right behind me. So I'm surprised we're not talking about him getting speeding tickets on the way down to Lexington.
Cruise control and driver assist is a fantastic thing.
Oh yeah. That's why I love Sarah's Rav. You just put your hands on the wheel and let it drive itself. It slows down for the car in front of you, and if you want to go around him, you just get in the next lane. It goes right past him. So
See,
Love
I have too much. I have too many control issues. I can't deal with that.
I always keep my feet on the pedals. Always.
Yeah.
I never take my feet off.
That's not comfortable at all. What are you
It's
talking
not
about?
bad. You just
I
gotta
cross my legs, lean the chair back.
Take a
You
nap.
just gotta find that right position for your legs to be comfy and just rest them on there. Not pushing the pedals. You're just ready on that brake just in case somebody does something stupid.
That's fair.
Wasn't that what the driver assist supposed to help with in case somebody does something stupid?
I mean, it does. If you're slowing down at a not like slamming on your brake speed, it'll do it. It'll read that car length in front of you and it'll slow down to that speed. So if they go from 55 to a 25 quick, it'll do that. But I'm not sure what it does for somebody slamming on their brakes.
Well, I hope you never actually have to find out.
I don't want to find out. So,
Right.
but it is
Oh.
nice.
It's a fantastic thing to have in a car, but let me tell you, I didn't realize what driver's assist meant when I sat down. And it was like we'd stopped in Shelbyville to grab some dinner on the way down.
hmm
And Rob, my boss, said something. He's like, "So this thing's got driver assist. Can you feel it pulling the wheel?" And then I just felt it the rest of the way.
Oh yeah, you get the little bit, and you can feel it swaying between the lines. Yeah, it's like it's being on a boat pretty much.
Interesting. I have yet to drive a car with driver assist in it. So
Dad was in the back seat on the way up to Michigan last weekend, so he didn't even notice.
I didn't notice anything. I just sat back there and enjoyed my my sightseeing because normally I'm the one driving, so I don't get to gawk at everything. So
I'll let you drive Sarah's car. You can try driver's assist.
will it parallel park for you too?
No,
I want to do that one time.
I'm a professional parallel parker though. I did it the other day in Warsaw, and Sarah was like, "That was pretty good."
I definitely try to avoid it, but I can do it. I don't have a problem with doing it unless I can't parallel park the transit van.
Oh yeah,
It's just too much. It's just way too much. It's weird. But anyway, so you guys have been on a couple adventures, and you're going to talk about them tonight. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right.
Skyler's giving me the eyes like Gunner's gonna go first.
Gunner's
Well,
gonna go first.
Mine is 8 months old, so
Mine's Thanksgiving old, so this episode being the week after Christmas, so um it's about a month
Wait.
old.
No, this episode will be out in
This episode being next week when this is happening.
yeah,
Podcast
this-
is weird.
yeah. So this episode should air a week from yesterday.
the 13th.
There you go. And we will have another new episode on, what did we say, the 28th?
27th.
27th. And so that one we're gonna make our Christmas episode. So you guys
Yeah,
be
there you go.
prepared. Be prepared. It'll be a little bit after Christmas, but that's gonna be our Christmas episode.
So I guess that makes this not that long ago. So
A little bit less than what you were thinking.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. So I guess let's jump back to Thanksgiving a little bit. Last live episode of Golden Image Podcast was actually recorded on Thanksgiving, and I was not on that episode. I did listen to that episode. You guys did a really good job hanging out with
Thank you.
Trevor in Montana.
I was dying on the couch.
I dropped a deuce in Skyler's house.
I heard all about it. I think I heard about it on the podcast, and I heard about it in real life.
Well, and let me pause real quick because I got to thinking about that afterwards. I told you I had to start again since you moved from the Plymouth house, and Montana moved from her apartment. I did drop Deuce in Muncie when she lived in that apartment, so I was
Oh, yeah.
2 up on it, and
you can drive up if you gotta go. You just come up here and go. I don't care.
all right.
I've lived here for working on 5 years.
Yeah,
And that's the first time.
Baby's first poopy.
It's standing outside the bathroom taking a picture.
Yeah. Hey, Dad, knock on the door, and that door doesn't lock on the downstairs one. You went upstairs though, so
I did. I went up to, kind of keep it away. The problem is that if I ever do drop Deuce in Montana's apartment, it is just going to blow that whole apartment out. I mean, that thing's small enough. It's just going to be like kaboom.
the neighbor's like, something died downstairs.
Even Watson's going to be like, open the door.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, but Thanksgiving last episode, you guys did a really good job. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed listening back. So
I thought it was a good episode. I was real happy with it when we were done with it. Listening back, I thought Montana and Trevor did a great job talking about their wedding, and
for sure.
I called it the other wedding.
Yeah. The other wedding.
The other wedding. But yeah, Thanksgiving. Go right back and go right ahead. Sorry, I interrupted.
No, you're good. While you guys were recording that episode, I was driving to Indianapolis to go down to the mother-in-law's for Thanksgiving. We spend the weekend with her, and we go do a bunch of stuff down there. While we're down there, we usually spend Friday night hanging out with the sisters and the husbands and everybody that comes to the house. The dogs. There's 7 dogs in that house all at one time, so it gets kind of crazy. But Saturdays after the Friday Thanksgiving, we do the Indiana State Museum, and we've done it the last 3 years. We go on Friday or Saturday, depending on when we do our Thanksgiving dinner. This year we went back. It's my favorite tradition other than actual Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving weekend. Sometimes we go do lights, sometimes we do that, but we've always done LSAers for the last 3 years. It's been we book a lunch. We go there about 11:30 noon, sometime in there, and then we sit down. It's a buffet style. It's a really fancy restaurant, and the food's really good. And the museum's cool. And the museum doesn't change much. They have a couple floating exhibits, but you go in there and you walk around and you look at all the history of Indiana, and that's all it is, which is super nice for this podcast because we're mostly about Indiana, except for when we travel outside of Indiana.
We've done that a few times.
So the restaurant that we go to, which is what I'm going to be covering, is the LSA's Tea Room. It is located at 650 West Washington Street, Indianapolis, Indiana 46204. like I said, it's a super nice restaurant. It's inside the actual museum. So when you walk in the front doors of the museum, which are located in the underground parking garage, you go in. It's this huge foyer area where they have seating. They have Santa's house where Santa flies in on that Friday after Thanksgiving. They fly him in a helicopter, and the kids are all there to greet Santa and do all the what I want for Christmas stuff. And then you walk out the back doors, and the famous channel of Indianapolis is right there. The one they have that runs straight through downtown.
Is that the one that Pat McAfee jumped
Yes,
into?
yes, it
Okay.
is the same one. Yep. And that's every time I see it, that's what I say. Hey, Pat McAfee jumped in there and got arrested. It's just a really cool area. They have an IMAX theater. They have there's actually a school in that building. And then they have the State Museum, which has exhibits that go all throughout the history of Indiana, starting from the prehistoric times to today. And it's super fun to go see, and I can look at the same exhibits over and over and over again. But on the second floor, up by the big tree, they have the Ellis Ayres Tea Room, which Ellis Ayres does have some history because it's one of the first department stores, not clothing department stores, I guess, in Indianapolis. That was really big, fancy clothes, all that kind of stuff. Opened in 1905. And then moved around a bunch, and then they ended up closing, and they opened the tea room in the State Museum for the holidays. It's only open on the holidays. So they do November 5th through January 1st, where they're open, and they have 4 seating times. So they have a seating at 11, 11:15, 12:30, and 12:45. And those are the only seats you can get. There's a lot of tables, but you have to reserve ahead of time to actually sit at this restaurant. And it's all buffet. So you go in and sit down. They get you your drinks. They have all these famous teas that they have each year. They have a new one that comes through. But you can order tea. They bring you a hot teapot and a mug and a tea bag, and you make your own tea. But then you go up and you just do the buffet. And it's the same food every year, but it's always good. Except when you get sick from eating it, but still, that was the only bad thing that happened this year, and I don't know if it was exactly that, but that was what I might have got food poisoning. It could have been from anything. I just don't know what it was from.
Once again, I do believe it was the gas station sushi that you ate.
Yeah, I would never eat gas station sushi.
Never not working.
Never not working. It's a super nice restaurant, and I've enjoyed it the last 3 years. Troy Polamalu over there shaking his fist. I really have. It's super fun. It's fancy. It's meant for the kids to come in, and what Ellis Ayres was when they opened this at first was for kids to come in and eat a fancy dinner and learn like the proper manners. It's that nice fancy restaurant. And they used to have the kids come in and they would teach them how to set a table. They would teach them what forks to use, all this stuff, how to set the napkin in their lap, whatever, or tuck in their shirt, however they did it back in the day. But it's just kind of evolved into just a restaurant now. And like I said, it's been enjoyable the last 3 years. And it's something that I honestly recommend anybody that's going to be around Indianapolis for the holidays, if you have time on Friday or Saturday, to go do it, to just go enjoy the museum in general, but the restaurant is good too. I don't know, food wise, they have a little bit of everything. They do a lot of chicken dishes, chicken salad. They do chicken strips. They do chicken velvet soup, which is what we all go for. It's pretty much, if you imagine they take a can of just like cream of chicken soup and then pour it in the thing and water it down a little bit with real chicken in it. And then whatever they spice it up with, it's really good. They do sandwiches. They do club sandwiches, BLTs, different sliders, tuna sandwiches. So you just go through and you tell them what you want. They load your plate up and you go sit down and then go back through and then go back for dessert, because they have like 25 different desserts to choose from. And we usually try to fill our plates with dessert too. So.
Damn, he's making me hungry.
I like I said, I would recommend it to anybody. It's a fun experience, and experience I hope we do every year from here until whenever.
Right on.
But yeah, I did say the channels out there. You get done with the restaurant, you go explore. That's what it's all about. They do have a floating exhibit on floor 3 also that changes every year. One year it was about like the different drugs that people get addicted to, and you'd like go through, and it was like teaching you about all these drugs and like all the harmful effects of them, which was pretty cool. And then one year they did a train. This year they had a train again, but you get on this train and you ride it through, and it's like it's almost like a Disney ride kind of. They have all these animatronics and moving things, and you go see all that and watch it. Sarah and I were the only ones that rode that this year. Everybody else went and did something else. But we got to have fun. It's a good time.
So that drug exhibit, did they have samples, or I mean, is that something
No,
that
opioids. It was opioid addiction. It was all about opioids.
gotcha?
And
Did they go over the fun stuff at least?
I mean, they talked about everything, so I'm sure most of it's probably fun for some people.
Go over the fun
Yes.
stuff.
I'm riding the white dragon, boys.
It's
Yeah.
a great white buffalo.
No, but that is LS Airs. I mean, there's not much to it, but there's a lot to see and a lot to do. The pendulum clock they have that hangs from the roof down to the first floor, it's 4 stories tall. So I mean, it's a big building, and that constantly is moving, telling time, and it's just fun to sit there and watch it. And I think they have one somewhere else too.
So the pendulum, does it knock over the blocks as it's
Yeah.
those things are super cool.
And it's just fun to watch. Well, you always watch it and you never see it hit a block.
Right.
And then you go back and there's like 10 blocks knocked over and you're like, what? When did this happen? So
Is it a time frame on when they knock the blocks over? I mean, I don't understand.
they just wait till nobody's looking. Some guy runs down and knocks a couple of them over. This thing actually never moves. It just stays in the same spot. It's all done by the actual rotation of the earth, I think, is what causes it to go around those, hit those dominoes.
Well, damn it! Now I want to go. I want to go see this giant pendulum.
Yeah, you should. Next time you're down there at the downtown Indianapolis, stop in. And I don't know what admission is. Luckily, Mama Mills works at the library, and she gets free passes from the library for us all to go. So
Nice.
we all get to go enjoy it for the day without having to worry about anything but lunch. So
I don't know. I did hear of the spread that Mama Mills had down there for Thanksgiving this year, and I think next year after we're done with I'm driving down and staying with Mama Mills.
I'll tell you what. Just for lunch on Friday, Sarah's grandma came. She lives down in Indy too. She came to visit us all over there, and Mama Mills put out hummus and salsa and chips and veggie tray and cheese. Oh man, it was like a whole smorgasbord. Oh, she made chicken wontons. Like, it was so much food there. And then by the time we actually ate dinner, I was like, I can't eat. I think my body just hated me. To be honest, I got sick. I got sick Saturday night. We watched A Year Without a Santa Claus. And it was just me, Sarah, and Mama Mills left. And they both fell asleep. And I'm sitting there, and my face just starts getting beet red. And I was just like getting really hot. And then I started shaking. I got the chills, and I'm like uncontrollably shaking. So I went and laid down, and we're laying there, and I told Sarah, I was like, hey, put the weighted blanket on me. Well, that calmed everything down. And then the next morning I might have taken a dump 13 times.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was not a good day, but I'm trying to track it back, and the only thing I can think is LS Airs. That was the only thing but I ate so much food in 3 days, it could have been anything. So if you're afraid of food poisoning, don't go. But if you want to go enjoy yourself, go. And sometimes it's enjoyable to poop 13 times in a day. You're just flushing out your system.
I'm a big fan of it. I like to get it all out and you know, it sounds like a waterfall.
No, it just sounds like you're peeing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That
exactly.
every Tuesday after Taco Bell.
Oh man, yeah, I haven't had Taco Bell in a couple weeks.
I don't believe you. I do not believe you. Didn't you have Taco Bell last week?
I did have Taco Bell last week, didn't I?
I remember you saying what you called mom, and she's like, "Just get your Taco Bell."
Just get your Taco Bell. Well, you know, I had to take Ozzy for his spa day or whatever you want to call it, where he gets his haircut and a bath and all that. And I usually just wait, so I run down to the old Taco Bell and grab a couple tacos, and I did forget about that. Yeah, yeah, my bad.
Nice. Yeah, Ellis Ayres Tea Room in the Indiana State Museum, located 650 West Washington Street, Indianapolis, Indiana 46204. You can go find them online. It's actually the museum website. It's indianamuseum.org. And if you want to reserve the tea room at any of those times, they do seat at 11, 11:15, 12:30, and 12:45. I don't know how many seats they have, but you can go check it out. I think they'll let you know what they have open for reservations at what times. You can call them. That is 317-232-1637. Call that for reservations and get you a time set up to go down there. Like I said, they're only open November 5th through January 1st. I don't know if I said that, but November 5th through January 1st. So they're a holiday special kind of thing, and you just got to try to get in when you can.
Cool. What did you say? What did you say the website was again?
indianamuseum.org.
Gotcha.
And I think there's a tab on there for the Ellis Ayres Tea Room. Lots of information.
I just want to see
history.
that pendulum. Is there a picture of that pendulum on there?
Oh, I'm sure there is on the Indiana State Museum website. Yeah, go check it out. Go visit and tell them that the Golden Image podcast sent you.
Yes.
I'm sure they'll enjoy hearing that.
They'll be like, "Oh, we've heard of those guys."
Yeah. The one guy ate here.
And then he talked about getting the shits.
Once again, I'm not, I mean, despite that, I love the place. So
Hey, listen, I mean, you know, you can have that same problem at home. I mean, it's not
Exactly.
like, you know, it's just a thing that
You can just blame me because I got really sick Thursday night, Thanksgiving night, with a sinus infection. So I'm still have a head full of snot. It's been what, 3 weeks?
Yeah.
all I want to do is say thank you for giving that to me then too, because I was sick the entire rest of the weekend.
It came on like a 2-ton truck, just ran me over.
Actually, hey, let me hit you with this this exhibit they have there. There's I don't remember what floor it's on, but it's either 2 or 3. When you get up there and you get into kind of the more modern age, you get into an exhibit where it's all about pop culture. And there's a half circle, kind of maybe 3/4 circle room with a door where you walk in, and it's got all of the famous people from Indiana. It's got pictures where they were from, where they were born, whether they've died. They've got all the information, and it's just really cool to walk in there and see all of the people that were famous that are in Indy or were born in Indiana or lived in Indiana at some point.
Who do you remember being on there?
Oh, they had the Jackson 5 on there, Larry Bird. Gosh, we didn't actually go. This was the unfortunate part this year. The girls had to leave, so Sarah's sisters both had to leave, and we were like, all right, well, we'll just go home. So we did the new exhibit at the museum, and then kind of bailed out after that. So plus we were full, so we were ready to go.
Walking around with a full stomach.
Yeah, all the main ones. You got Orville Redenbacher and all those guys too that are.
Horrible.
Indiana people. James
know how-
Dean.
You know how disappointing that is to drive over to Valpo and see that factory where Orville used to be and it not be Orville's place anymore.
Yeah.
Is that the candy place? Is that what you're talking about?
No, it's a popcorn place. Orville Redenbacher popcorn. He
I don't
has
know what factory
is
you're
it
talking
closer to
about.
Maribel? Is it? I know it's in there somewhere. It's right on 30. It used to be right there, and you could drive by and see his face, and it said Orville Redenbacher out there. But yeah, whether they moved it to another location, I don't even know. But it's not Orville's place anymore. It's kind of a bummer. Little bit disappointing. All right, nice job, Gun.
Yeah,
Good
I
job.
don't think they have anything on the pendulum on their website. So
I'm looking. I don't see much of anything as far as like pictures and stuff.
yeah, I'll find a picture of it and send it to you.
All right. Well, I'm gonna dig around here while the Skywalker tells us about what he went and did.
What I went and did so
Apparently 8 weeks ago.
many
Apparently,
months ago. So many months ago.
so many.
It would have been the weekend after the wedding. My wedding, not anybody else's.
Not the other wedding.
Yeah, we went up to Michigan City, just me and Jess after the wedding and spent a couple days. So as part of the trip, we're like, let's go and just do a bunch of different things that we wouldn't normally do. You know, we'd go to Olive Garden normally. So we went to Shoreline Brewery, which is located at 208 Wabash Street in Michigan City, Indiana, 46360.
Gotta have those zip codes.
It's the most important part. So we went in and it was just kind of a last minute decision. We drove around for quite a while after going up to the zoo and stuff, looking for somewhere to eat, and that's just where we happened to stop. And we walked in and they're like, well, it's going to be a 45-minute wait. And we were like, okay, no big deal. So we sat down, and then one of the servers came up. They're like, oh, we have a seat open for you guys. So we were there like 5 minutes and got in and got a seat. And it was, I mean, it's a very big place. It's just like most of the other breweries where they have like that big center wall where you can see all the brewing
vats.
equipment.
Right.
So that was really cool. For appetizers, we got shoreline poutine, cheese curds, obviously.
Were there
with
cheese
brown
curds on
gravy
the?
and pulled.
Okay, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
you got cheese curds, or there were cheese curds on the poutine?
The poutine was cheese curds, brown gravy, and pulled pork, and it was a
Nice.
big
Oh.
serving.
Pulled pork on there. Give me that.
Brown gravy. I love
Brown
brown
gravy.
gravy.
I love poutine.
Yeah.
Oh, I love poutine. And a Scotch egg.
You had a Scotch egg?
I never had a Scotch egg. I was like, I want to try a Scotch egg. I was sorely disappointed by Scotch
Really?
eggs. Yeah.
Really?
Oh, see, the first ones I had were George's and Anna Green when they had them, and those were good Scotch eggs.
The problem was with the original ones, you probably had them when you like one of the first times you went there, right?
Yeah.
They changed it over because they used to do it with like a sausage wrap on the egg. They changed it over to a ground beef one, and it was not as good. I do believe it.
Yeah.
It's not a Scotch egg then, because isn't it a Scotch egg is
A sausage.
Well,
Yeah.
is an
yeah.
egg with sausage and then breaded.
That's they still called it that, but I think they called it. I don't know that they actually called it a Scotch egg as much as it was a George's Scotch egg or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but I know they changed it up from the original one at that time, and it wasn't as good. But yeah, the original ones were so good. The ones
Yeah,
all
they
wrapped
were.
in sausage and yeah, wonderful.
This being my first Scotch egg, I was very disappointed.
Your
I haven't had one since.
your buddy Fat Billy Ray is a big fan of those things.
Ask me if I'm surprised.
Are you surprised? Okay.
Not at all.
I think so.
I got 2 samples. I got their Region Rat, which is a 5.5% amber, and then their Stellar Blue, which is a 5.5% blueberry German style ale. The Region Rat was delicious from what I remember, and the Stellar Blue was very tart. It was like biting into a fresh blueberry.
Like a sour almost.
Yeah. But both were good. I mean, I'd drink them again. For food, I got the fish and chips with French fries and apple coleslaw.
Just regular old French fries?
Yeah, they were beer battered
Oh, okay.
French fries. They were really good French fries for French fries. It's hard to beat McDonald's sometimes, but
Lucas.
They were just good for French fries.
Hey, I will tell you, I did drive 25 minutes from a McDonald's the other day. And I never thought anybody would ever do that. And I did it. And I was sorely disappointed in that McDonald's. My fries were cold. My burger wasn't that good.
there
Never.
wasn't one closer.
I don't remember where I was coming from, but I was coming home and I picked it up for Sarah and it just wasn't good.
You guys
Not
owe
good.
Lucas an apology. You realize that, right?
Well, no, we made fun of Lucas because he was going to drive 45 minutes when there's an actual McDonald's like
2 minutes from his house.
30 seconds from his house.
That's when he was living out in the country, guys.
It was.
Oh,
It was.
sure. Stick up for him.
Sure, I will. He's my boy.
Okay, proceed.
Jess had the chef's pasta, which was a pesto on linguine with lots of sauce mixed with mozzarella balls and fresh vegetables that were cooked perfectly, as she said. And that was zucchini, yellow squash, roasted red peppers, tri-colored cherry tomatoes, and it came with garlic bread.
That sounds awesome.
It was really good. I think if I remember right, it was a cold pasta, but it was good.
I love pesto, I don't know
love
why.
pesto.
but I love pesto.
Jess has that weird allergy where if she eats too much of it, it just wrecks her. But
Just wrecks her.
it does. It's bad.
I'm not sure I know what pesto is. Can you break it down for me?
Green Parmesan and spinach?
Yeah,
Basil.
something like that.
Basil.
Okay.
It's
It's-
really
it's-
oily
Yeah.
sauce.
Well, yeah. Well, okay. That explains why it would wreck her.
But she actually has something. It's some kind of allergy to the pesto itself.
Really.
Yeah, it's weird.
I'm just thinking about all that oil and stuff on it that would just tear my stomach up.
But I mean, she loves pesto.
Yeah, we all have that one thing that drives
It
us
is
crazy
basil.
like that.
It's crushed garlic, pine nuts, coarse salt, basil leaves, and Parmesan. It's very good. And it's like this really bright green color.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Next time you're out, try pesto.
Do it.
Hey man, my whole year has been nothing but an adventure, so I'm down. I'm down.
So
Been a
I mean,
bird.
that sums up our experience at Shoreline.
Is that
They
the old
are-
brick-looking building?
Don't make him think about it. Look at that's Petboard Squirrel.
I know I've driven past it before. I'm
It's
pretty
like
sure I know right
it's
where it
like
is.
2 or 3 blocks from the outlet mall.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm sure you've driven by it, or we've driven by it when we were up in Michigan City for the casino.
Yeah. I know I've seen it before. I've heard it's really good and I've always wanted to go. I just haven't went.
Oh, it was really good. We wanted to go to the pirate. Is it like Pirate Pete's or Pirate Billy's or something, which is right around the corner from it, but that place was packed in early June.
Yeah.
But that's like a big outside bar, essentially. Like
I
3
love
layers.
drinking outside like that. I love that.
I said
That
last
place
time
that-
we were up there, we did the fish camp, Bartlett's fish camp, which was pretty good.
The last time I drank outside.
It's not that long ago, really.
No,
Dog
well,
was-
I'm thinking about sitting down for a meal outside at a restaurant, which doesn't happen very often. But that was at golf course down in Kentucky when we went down to Maker's Mark that weekend, and ended up at that golf course by accident. And I thought for sure we were going to get kicked out of there because we were not dressed accordingly. But no, we had
In
a great
Kentucky.
time. Well, that is true. It was, yeah, I don't even remember the name of it now, but it was a good time, and it was relatively cheap, and it was good food and good drinks, and I had a good old time. If I'd have known those drinks were that cheap, I would have had a few more.
Welcome
5
to
or 6 or
Kentucky.
7.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. So shorelinebrewery.com. You can see their whole menu, all their beers, which they have. They had a fair amount. Like I said, I had the Region Rat and the blue something.
I have a hard time trying to think whether I would actually order a beer with the word rat in it.
Sure.
It was
I
the
do.
only amber they had on. And I wanted,
You wanted an amber.
something I knew that I was gonna like, because they didn't have their blonde. I think it was out of season.
Oh, right on.
It's been a hot minute, so
Yes, unfortunately, we've been wrapped up in a lot of stuff as of late. So you got a lot of Lighthouse Lodge and stuff like that. So I hope everybody enjoyed those episodes. I know we enjoyed doing them, but it just seemed like a lot of stuff wrapped around the Monticello trip and the wedding and all that. But we're back. We're back to having adventures so that you'll want to go have adventures.
until
That's
after
right.
Christmas when we do our Christmas episode.
Yeah.
We do the Christmas episode, and then we're going to tell you about our southern Indiana trip to Spring Mill and all that, and that'll take a couple episodes to go through all the stuff we did while we were down there. And man, I still got a ton of other things I can talk about and stuff. I mean, this year has been just full of adventure.
Yeah, it's always like I go to do something and I don't necessarily think like this is going to be a review because we record once a month, it's not like we're constantly recording. So when you go do all these things during that month and then you have 5 things to choose from, but then you can't pick one because it's like, which one do I want to talk about?
Right, right.
And then by the time you get to the next one, it's like, I already forgot about that place.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate because with the stuff from Southern Indiana was still back in the first weekend of October, and here it
Yeah.
is. We're talking about Christmas episodes. So yeah, I was going back through and looking at all the things and remembering everything that we did and so on and so forth. So I was making notes earlier tonight trying to remember all these things. So yeah, it's unfortunately it's not like fresh, but we still want to tell you about these things that we've gone and done because we had a good time doing them. Or I don't know, I don't really know that I have a lot of bad things to talk about. So places that we didn't really enjoy that much. We've been really, really fortunate.
You know what's crazy to think about?
I can think of 2 or 3 things that are crazy to think about.
was it? I think it was our first. Was it our first episode that we did Hall of Heroes, or was it our second?
1 or 2, I can't remember.
It's coming back around already. March
Oh,
4th and 5th.
are we going?
Oh, I'll definitely be there.
Do we have I better look that up. Do they have a list of who's coming?
Episode 2 is Hall of Heroes.
Lou Ferrigno will be there.
No, the Incredible Hulk.
The Incredible Hulk.
As I look at my picture, Emma Caulfield hanging on my wall.
Who can Dad get a picture with this year?
True.
We got Johnny Young Bosch. He was Adam on Power Rangers.
Can we get a booth? Can we have a Golden Image podcast booth? Golden Mojo Entertainment booth.
Sure. You want to do one?
That'd
Can
be
we
fun.
get? Would that work in there?
You record an episode in there.
Good.
Wonder what it costs to get a booth.
That's a good question.
Probably more than you want to pay.
Probably. At
Not a
least
bad
this
idea,
year.
though.
No, it's
Golden
a great
Mojo
idea.
Entertainment booth at First Friday.
Reb Brown will be there. You know that name?
Reb Brown. I know Reb Beach. He is the guitar player for Winger.
Oh, this is definitely not the guitar player for Winger.
Who is Reb Brown?
Reb Brown is best known as the 1979 incarnation of Marvel superhero Steve Rogers.
Okay. All right. Okay. You haven't really, besides Lou for besides the Incredible Hulk, you haven't really thrown anything at me that I want to go see.
They haven't announced a lot of guests, it looks like, yet. Let me go to their website. This is a nice thing about doing this at home.
Yeah, everything's right here.
I'm actually on the website right now, and those 4 you just mentioned were the 4 that they are the main 4.
Did they only had 4 last year, didn't they?
Yeah,
They did.
4 mains. Yep.
But I mean, those were pretty big names.
Yeah, it was John Heater, Emma Caulfield. I don't remember who the other 2 were though.
The
guy
one that
from Pan's
Hell,
Labyrinth.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
Hellboy.
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely would love to go back and do that again this year, next year, in
Right around
2023.
the corner, man.
Hey, I'm down. You just tell me when we're going.
I will do that. I gotta plan my trip to Chicago first to go see Eden, though.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Be at the House of Blues, February? First weekend of February.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Drugs.
Hmm.
Drugs is a great song. I love that song.
It's pretty
So
good.
much.
It's pretty good.
Gunner loves drugs. Oh no.
No.
The exhibit didn't teach him anything.
I got a problem. Opioids. Opioids. By the way, Emperor, I sent you a video of the pendulum, just so you know. It's on Facebook.
Oh, sweet.
Messenger. You have it. You can watch it. You can watch it for hours.
I will go watch it. Well, does it knock over any bricks at any point?
I don't know. I didn't watch the video. I just sent it to you.
All right. I'm gonna watch it here
might.
a little bit later.
It might.
I'm sorry. I'm looking over all these guests for the Comic-Con coming up. All the guest artists and stuff like that.
I saw the guy that was the puppeteer for Star Wars and can't remember what his name was. I just looked at it, but yeah.
That
David
David Barclay.
Yeah.
Labyrinth and the Dark Crystal. So yeah, he's definitely put some time in. That's for sure. That's a lot of work right there. Yeah, I'd love to go. I don't know that I would fanboy out over any of them to go get an autograph. So, you know what I'm saying?
I'm a
Not
big
like Emma.
Johnny Young Bosch fan.
Well,
Uh,
yeah, as
he's
well
a-
you should be.
Right. He's a very prominent voice actor, and of course Adam from Power Rangers. You can't go wrong.
Which one was Adam?
He was the second Black Ranger.
Gotcha. Would you get your picture taken with him? Oh, look at there.
You got the coin and everything. Can you
Wait,
morph?
wait, you
Can you
ready for
morph real
this?
quick?
Yeah, I like to see that. I want to see him morph.
It's morphin' time.
Ooh, I'm getting the glare off my monitor.
Look at that.
Who got you that?
Who got me that?
I don't know. Is this a trick
Oh,
question?
That actually might be worth some money right now.
His stuff skyrocketed. It's crazy.
Did I get you the green one? Did I get you the Green Ranger too?
No, just a white.
That's what I thought.
If I remember correctly, I got you guys all that shit back when you were little.
Where's it at? Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. You
In
don't have
the
any,
attic of the garage.
you don't have any of that Power Ranger stuff from back in the day? Huh. I don't know where it's at then.
Gotta be in the attic in the garage.
It could very
We
well
should
be.
go up. We should go up there sometime. Let's do it.
He's probably got football cards worth who knows how much, 50 cents.
50 cents, 75 probably.
Hey,
I'll bet
but
75 cents.
1,000 football cards worth 50 cents. Might only be $500, but might be worth it.
Never know. All right, guys. Good job. Nice work. Seriously, now I'm freaking hungry again. So you guys are killing me.
I'm not. I made some good steaks tonight.
Like I said, we've got the next couple episodes planned out. The next, I don't know. I guess we call these kind of the live episodes, not the vintage episodes. But we got to kind of get the next one. We're gonna do the Christmas episode. I know what I'm gonna talk about. You guys got any idea what you want to talk about for Christmas? Skyler looks like he's pooping right now. It's if you're watching this on YouTube, he's really putting that squirrel to work.
Well, if you're gonna talk about the same trip we took together, we can tag team that one.
Oh, you know it. We got a lot to talk about on that day. Plenty of places we went that day. So,
Oh yeah.
and of course the big store, but and then coming back, we'll talk about our Southern Indiana trip, which includes Spring Mill and Woodcrest Farms and yeah, so we got a lot of things. The wineries,
Oh, yeah.
plural,
The two wineries.
plural, where the emperor didn't drink because he was driving. And I'll tell you what, the first winery we went to, I'm kind of glad I didn't, because that was pretty potent stuff from my understanding.
But it was
Even
good.
Even the samples were kicking them in the ass.
I still go back for that freaking the Red Tiger.
Oh, I still
was
got a bottle
good.
of it here. I mean,
Good
no, I
stuff.
don't. No, I don't have a bottle of it here at all.
I still got to go drink that Wiener Dog wine.
Oh yeah, the Wiener Dog wine. Yep, that'll also come up in the Christmas episode. So, speaking of Wiener Dogs,
Look at that little blind dog.
she's adorable. Go check her out on
Miss-
YouTube.
Missing her mom.
Badly.
Yep.
You better enjoy the next. You got one more night away from in bachelorhood, so you better enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's wrap this up. Gunner, Chico, who's doing our socials?
Oh, Penny was gonna do them, but she jumped down.
Oh.
Oh, I got him. Colton, you're probably pulling into work right now. Everybody, thank you for listening to the Golden Image Podcast. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts, whether that be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, anywhere you get your podcast. The Emperor does post these videos that we shoot here on YouTube, so go check that out. Emperor, what is that YouTube channel called?
Golden Image Podcast.
All right, just go search Golden Image Podcast. That link will also be in the podcast notes. If you want to go check us out on Facebook, you can do that. It is facebook.com/Golden Image Podcast. Send us a message, leave a comment on our posts, whatever you want to do. Get a hold of us. Let us know how it's going. Let us know if you went anywhere. And if you do want to reach out to us in any other way, you can email us at goldenmojoent@gmail.com.
Yes.
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 And then there are also plenty of other podcasts you can go listen to under the Golden Mojo network of podcasts, whether that be the MurdNerds at facebook.com/MurdNerds, the United States of Paranormal at facebook.com/United States of Paranormal, the Call Guys podcast at facebook.com/the Call Guys pod, or the Indiana Chiefs fans podcast at facebook.com/IN Chiefs fans pod. When you do socials for 3 different podcasts, you get mixed up. And
You know, he almost said, "Thank you, everybody, listening to the Call Guys."
I did not.
Yeah, it was close.
Those 3
Never.
IPAs are catching up with him real quick.
I know, right?
No, they wore off.
And coming soon.
Coming soon.
And we just have dead air. Nobody's gonna say
Oh, I
it.
thought Skyler was going to say a quart
I
of
know.
books and booze.
I'm not doing socials. I don't have to say it.
You bet. Hey, yeah, you're going to have to get used to doing them. Are you going to make Jess or Amanda do them?
No, I'm doing shorthand though.
Lame. I'm just kidding.
It's too much. It's too much to say after 2 hours of talking about a book.
Yes, the beginning of the year, hopefully, is when that is going to air its first episode. And the court is going to be on the Call Guys. They're going to
really?
They're going to start it off with a crossover episode.
Dang, coming out of nowhere.
Coming out of nowhere.
Yes.
I am underprepared for that specific episode.
It's going to be books to movie adaptations. So
Cool.
perfectly planned out category topic.
Perfectly. Do we have a date on that?
We did. I don't remember what it is. first week for I think the Call Guys episode is the first week of January, and then whenever the court wants to put out their first episode.
Hopefully, it will follow that week if everything works out as planned. So,
All right. Looking forward to it. I do have a
yeah.
sneak peek on my computer. I need to finish listening to it, but I'm excited. I'm excited. Adding another one to the Golden Mojo Entertainment Empire. Because I am the Emperor Golden. I am
Vanilla Thunder.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. And we will see you again in a couple weeks. Until then, enjoy the vintage episodes in between our live episodes. I hope you guys are enjoying those. Last week's Billy Bickerstaff interview, the guest host DJing that he did was pretty damn funny. Had some great stuff in it.
Pretty raunchy.
It's a little raunchy, but
Not safe for work.
yeah, unless you're wearing headphones, and then just don't repeat what he's saying. But
and yeah, make sure you have those headphones plugged in.
yeah, don't listen to it on a live Bluetooth speaker. So yeah, until not until next week, but in 2 weeks we'll see you right back here, Golden Image Podcast. Peace out, everybody. Later.
Golden Image Radio is on the air.
Golden Image.
oh, I finally got to scrap this game.
Rock on.